I was about 12 years old, I wanted to play an instrument, play drums. I remember bugging my mom. I would always bang on all the pots and pans in the house, and I think I chipped a couple tile on the kitchen counter. So she ended up allowing me to get more involved in drums. I started playing drums, all through junior high, and then about 15 years old is when I started getting into rock. I love the energy, the power, that rush that it gave you. The later years in life, I realized that there was faster stuff, and I started getting more into the heavier, darker music. By 17, I was falling into black metal. As soon as I graduated high school, I hooked up with a couple guys in Hollywood that took me under their wing. In a sense, you could say they discipled me. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. They allowed me to see what the whole scene was like. They allowed me to be a part of their circle. Here I am, 18, 19 years old, just a kid still, and they took advantage of that. I completely dropped everything. I just wanted to make music, to hang out, to party, to do what I want. And my mother would go to church. I remember she attended Shepherd of the Hills right over here, and she was going each and every week, and I would tell her, like, you're wasting your time. God isn't real. God is fake. God is for weak people. And then finally, she told me, she said, if you want to live in this house, I don't care what you do. I don't care who you're with. But if you're going to stay in my house, you're going to come to church with me for an hour. I said, okay. I got a couple earphones. I got some songs I could listen to. I got some stuff to keep me entertained for an hour. It wasn't a big deal for me. I would go out. I would come to church for an hour on Saturday with my earphones on. As soon as church was over, jump in the car, hit the freeway, and end up in Hollywood and do what I had to do. Until one Saturday, and I remember driving to church. I felt different that day. And I remember coming in, sitting down in the FLC, and about 15 minutes in the sermon, hearing a voice for the first time in my life that I've never, out of all those years that I've been, into this music, partying, doing drugs, not once have I ever heard a voice. And the voice was telling me to kill myself. And I flipped out. And I remember I ran into the bathroom in the FLC, just crying because I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling very anxious. I'm very scared. And I was ready. I remember putting my hands on the counter and staring at myself in the mirror and just seeing that this is it. You're gonna kill yourself at church on a Saturday. And as soon as I couldn't take any more, I heard somebody walk into the bathroom. So I kind of ran into the stall, closed the door, hoping that person would leave. And I remember on the stall, there was a little pamphlet to accept Christ. And my heart just sank to the ground. It was almost like I had God on this side and the devil on this side, fighting for my soul in the stall at that moment. Here I am, ready to kill myself, and then I read this pamphlet saying, accept Christ for the first time. But why would God want me? I'm a horrible person. I don't even believe in God. That's what I would tell myself. How can God save you, Chris? Why would he want you? All the things that you did, your heart, your rebellion, your pride, the drugs, the sex, the evilness, the blasphemy. And I remember I walked out of the bathroom. I walked towards my mom. I didn't say a word to her. She didn't say one word to me. We just looked at each other, and she looked at me like, it's time. Are you ready? I went in the back, talked to a pastor, shared my heart. Very shameful, repented, and by the grace of God, I was able to accept Christ for the first time in my life as Lord and Savior. And at that moment when I said amen, that experience in the bathroom, that weight that guilt, that fear, that sickness, those memories, they just left. That was my transformation.